Deep in a sunny forest lived a little squirrel named Nutty. She was a curious and adventurous squirrel, always exploring the nooks and crannies of her woodland home. Nutty loved to scamper and play. She would chase after butterflies, dart through the underbrush and climb the tallest trees just to see the view from the top. She gathered acorns, leapt from branch to branch and made friends wherever she went. Nutty was known for her kindness and her playful spirit, always ready to lend a paw to her forest friends. One bright morning, Nutty found something amazing. The forest was bathed in golden light and the air was filled with the scent of pine and fresh earth. Under a big oak tree, hidden among the fallen leaves, was a golden acorn. It shimmered and sparkled, catching the sunlight in a way that made it look almost magical. Nutty had never seen anything like it. Her eyes widened in wonder as she approached the glittering treasure.
Carefully, Nutty picked up the acorn. She could feel its warmth, as if it were alive with a special kind of energy. It felt warm in her paws. The golden acorn seemed to pulse with a gentle glow, filling Nutty with a sense of excitement and possibility. As she turned it over and over, she made a wish. She closed her eyes and held the acorn close to her heart, feeling its warmth spread through her. "I wish for a mountain of delicious hazelnuts, all for myself," she whispered. Her heart raced with anticipation, wondering if her wish would come true.
The very next morning, Nutty woke up to a wonderful surprise. Right outside her cozy nest was a giant pile of hazelnuts. They were the biggest, tastiest hazelnuts she had ever seen. Nutty was so excited, she started to crack open the hazelnuts and gobble them up. She ate and ate until her tummy was full, but there were still so many hazelnuts left.
Nutty decided to keep all the hazelnuts for herself. She hid them in her secret hollow in the oak tree. Every day she went to her secret hollow and ate the delicious hazelnuts.
Days turned into weeks and Nutty kept her treasure a secret. She didn't share her hazelnuts with any of her friends. She was so busy guarding her treasure that she stopped playing with her friends. She even stopped gathering acorns.
One day, Rosie the rabbit hopped by. "Nutty, why don't you come play with us?" she asked.
But Nutty just shook her head. "I'm too busy," she mumbled, clutching her golden acorn.
Rosie looked sad and hopped away. Nutty's other friends, Sammy the skunk and Freddy the fox, also stopped inviting her to play. Nutty was all alone. Nutty began to feel sad. She had been gathering hazelnuts all season, working tirelessly to ensure she had enough for the winter. She had all these hazelnuts, more than she could ever eat by herself, but no one to share them with. The abundance of food felt meaningless without friends to enjoy it with. She missed playing with her friends. She remembered the days when they would all gather and play games, laughing and sharing stories. One evening, as Nutty sat alone in her hollow, she heard a voice. It was soft yet filled with wisdom.
"Why the long face, little one?" the voice asked gently.
It was Ollie the owl, perched on a branch above her. His eyes were kind and understanding. Ollie was the wisest creature in the forest. Everyone came to him for advice. Nutty poured her heart out to Ollie. She spoke of her loneliness and regret. She told him about the golden acorn, the hazelnuts, and how she had pushed away all her friends in her quest to gather more. Ollie listened patiently, never interrupting. His presence was comforting. When Nutty was done, he hooted softly. His hoot was like a gentle melody in the quiet forest.
True happiness doesn't come from having a lot, little one. It comes from the joy of sharing and the warmth of caring for others. Remember, the greatest treasures are the friends we make and the love we share. Nutty felt a warmth in her heart, realizing the true meaning of happiness.
Nutty thought deeply about Ollie's wise words. She pondered over them, letting each word sink in. She realized that Ollie was right. His wisdom had opened her eyes to something she had been missing. She had been so focused on herself and her own needs that she had forgotten about her friends and their feelings. The next morning, Nutty scampered out of her hollow with a big smile on her face, feeling a newfound sense of purpose. She gathered all her friends together, calling out to them with excitement and joy.
"I have a surprise for you all, something that will make us all very happy."
She chirped with enthusiasm, her eyes sparkling with anticipation. Nutty led her friends to her secret hollow and showed them the mountain of hazelnuts she had been saving.
"Let's share them together. There's plenty for everyone."
She exclaimed with joy, her heart swelling with happiness. The forest echoed with happy cheers and laughter as Nutty and her friends feasted on the delicious hazelnuts, enjoying each other's company. Nutty realized that sharing with her friends brought her more joy and fulfillment than keeping everything for herself ever could. From that day on, Nutty never forgot the valuable lesson she had learned about the importance of sharing and caring for others.
This is amazing, Nutty. We are so grateful for your generosity.
Thank you for sharing with us. It means so much to have a friend like you.
We missed you, Nutty. It's so good to have you back with us.
She continued to share with her friends, and the forest was filled with laughter, joy, and a sense of community once again. Because true happiness, just like Ollie the wise owl had said, comes from sharing and caring for others. Nutty knew she would always remember this lesson.